This Muslim Day event was taking place outside of the Capitol. Governor Greg Abbott was under the dome giving his State of the State speech. Fox 7's Rudy Koski is also at the Capitol tonight with that part of the story. Rudy?
Hi, Rebecca. Governor Abbott did not directly talk about the immigration controversy sparked by President Trump's travel ban, but he did say that he supports immigration if immigration is done legally. Now, the purpose of the traditional State of the State speech today was to lay out priorities for state lawmakers during this legislative session, but it may also be remembered for what the governor didn't mention. Governor Greg Abbott began his address to the joint session of the Texas legislature with a declaration that came with no surprise.
Well, today I am proud to report the state of Texas is exceptional.
Along with that, Governor Abbott announced 4 emergency items for lawmakers to immediately tackle. They include child protective services reform, ethics reform, a resolution calling for a federal constitutional convention, and anti-sanctuary city legislation. That last item made the governor's list in part because of a new policy by Travis County Sheriff Sally Hernandez. It limits which jail inmates who are undocumented immigrants that she will hold on an ICE detainer. Without mentioning Hernandez by name, Abbott made it clear how he felt.
That is unacceptable.
During his speech, the governor recognized several law enforcement officers who survived ambush attacks. Abbott wants those acts designated as hate crimes. The governor called for more anti-abortion legislation, which includes outlawing the sale of aborted baby body parts. He also supports tougher penalties for teachers who have sex with students, and also said he will sign school choice legislation.
No child should be in the wrong school simply because of their zip code.
The governor pushed for more tax breaks for businesses and property owners. He pledged to keep up the border security surge and announced a state hiring freeze through the month of August, which he says will save the state $200 million.
I am confident that we are going to be able to balance the budget without looting the rainy day fund.
In response to the governor's speech, members of the Democratic caucus said that they support his call to reform child protective services. But they also said that they believe that the governor missed an opportunity on several key points. Caucus leader Chris Turner described much of the governor's conservative agenda as this.
We're needlessly divisive, pointless, and frankly, will be a waste of time.
The group was cautiously pleased one hot topic item wasn't mentioned. A proposal to regulate access to bathrooms by a person's gender at birth.
Some of what we heard today in particular with respect to public education sounded more like a campaign speech and not a State of the State speech, so I'm a little dismayed at that.
The session will now hit a higher gear as hearings will soon begin on many of the governor's emergency items. The governor spoke for about an hour. The Democrats say that they will try to push for a higher minimum wage this session as well as equal pay legislation. But with the GOP firmly in control on both chambers, the Democrats admit it will be an uphill fight. Now back to you in the studio.